Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Petr Krejčí and I am from Technologické centrum Písek. I am CEO and I'm responsible for development and for business also. Last year, we presented on this conference our IoT cloud solution, which is perfect for a smart city. And today we will show you how to use this solution for actual use case. To remind you, our IoT solution is our IoT solution is a software solution which is universal solution for to receive data from different type of sensors from different devices, to use different networks, and then store data to a unique database in unique format and to prepare the data for analysis and reports. And of course, the data will be published, can be published as a public data, as so-called open data. Nowadays, I have meetings with many people from cities which are building smart cities project, and there is a strong demand for to measure traffic on the roads, traffic on the streets, and also to count people on the pedestrian zones or bike tracks. So they don't want cameras, because people today don't like cameras, and they are asking for simple and cheap solution to count these people or the cars. So we found very perfect solution. We found a microwave radar, which can be used with different type of network connection. And we prepared together with IQRF Alliance the pilot project. And we will show you how we connected this radar to our cloud and how we can use the data from this radar. So I will ask my colleague Jiří Hybek to show you more about this project.
Okay, thank you for the words. I think at first I want to say a few words about the new things at our platform for those who already knew us. As a part of this project and as a part of the cooperation with IQRF Alliance, we integrated the first-class support of IQRF Daemon to our cloud. So now it's really simple to connect any device from IQRF network and collect data from the devices. We are also working on custom dashboards for our customers and use cases. I will show you a little demo in a moment. And we also add a support for metadata, which is important because if you have a lot of devices and geographical located devices, you need to describe them in some way. Okay, I would like to talk a little bit more about our use case, and it's a part of the traffic management. The city has a need for planning the roads. City needs to know what is the utilization of each road, and not only roads for the cars, but also the bicycle path. So as a part of this pilot project, we implemented and connected the radar, which is able to count passage of vehicles in both directions and lanes, and is able to count also a people who is passing through the directions. The great advantage of this radar is as it is able to detect also the direction and can detect multiple objects at once, which provides a possibility to count with one radar the objects in both directions and multiple lanes. And as an outcome of this project for the cities and the officers is data for better planning, because they know what's happening in the city. Just for compares the possible solutions which is currently available on the market. As Petr Krejčí said, the cameras is a one solution, but it's expensive and citizens have many concerns because of the privacy. Another solution is, for example, optical gates. And optical gates are difficult to install because you need to put them into multiple stages of the road, and try to detect what object it should be based on the height, based on the delay between the signals, and so on. And as a result, we found out, and we think that the Doppler radar is a good solution somewhere in the middle, which is affordable. It's really cheap. It's easy to install because it's only one device you can put on the street light, and it has a good precision. Now I would like to present you in a short. Okay, it's off the screen. Maybe it's okay. This is a thing we called the Smart City Portal. It's a concept of the customized dashboard for cities, and its concept is to has every data from multiple sources at one place, one dashboard, which officers of the city can see, and also the citizens can see and access the data. So this is the sample of traffic management and traffic utilization dashboard. On the map you can see two sensors, two radars, and there is an overview of the radars, and if I open the detail, we can see the data from over the time. These counts are counts of the total passages, car passages, truck passages per 1 day. Okay, that's all from my part. I would like to pass over to Martin Spiller, which will tell you more about the radar.
So, hello everybody, my name is Martin Spiller. Today I'm with company Microrisk, and we just saw a very interesting use case for the radar device, and I think that to be able to support this project and other similar projects, we need to definitely have similar sensor device in our IQRF Alliance portfolio. So this is the reason why Microrisk decided to create this device, and the process already started. So the new device will be based on a radar transceiver from RF Beam, which is actually the Swiss company, but there is another part which is based on software from RALAP company, which actually do the classification of the objects. The RALAP is from UK. And what is our goal? To put all two parts together on one hardware board, and to put wireless connectivity, or the IQRF wireless connectivity, and then just adapt the software interface so we have a standard IQRF interoperable device. Okay, so what are the characteristics of the radar? So this is the radar to detect moving objects. It's not for stationary objects, and it's able to detect the object with minimum speed of 0.1 kilometer up to 120 kilometer per hour, and the maximum detection range is about 50 meters. What the radar gives you, there are some additional information about the direction of the movement, about size, about speed, but up from here it's we can say this is standard metrics that can be obtained from any similar device. But what is the added value here is the classification, which is actually done by software, and the classification tell you if the object is a man, or is a bike, or is a motorbike, car, or truck, and it gives you the number or the counts of these devices, and also you can have information about the direction and size and so on. Okay, I think that there we will find many use cases for this kind of sensor. I believe that most of the use cases will be found in the smart city area, but I think that there will be also some use cases for smart homes applications. So first of all, we can imagine some security applications where you can use the sensor or the radar sensor to guard some entrance to your house, or just to secure some area. We can imagine facility management where you count people inside your facility or in any building, and you make some statistics. it can be used for street light activation, for example. So imagine you are driving or you are walking on a street, and then the traffic light turns on because the radar sensor detects you. It can be used for traffic monitoring. So imagine you are a lighting company, so you can easily put similar device on your street light, and you can count trucks and cars. And of course, I believe it can be used for traffic control, so for intersection management, for example. So you can guard if there is no one driving in opposite direction of a roundabout, for example. Of course, there might be applications for like activation inside your house or presence detection. I believe you will find many use cases. So where we are currently, we have some prototype devices which is based on hardware from Rollup, and where we integrated our IQRF module. So the radar demo is currently installed in the lobby. So we are counting people near the micro risk installation or presentation, and so the radar device is wirelessly connected to IQRF gateway, which is then connected, or which sends the data to IoT cloud from TCP/PSEC. And so from there we have a nice visualization, and so you can check it. It's live, but it's running in the lobby. Okay, so what are the plans for the integration? So currently we are reaching the first milestone, which was the presentation of the prototype on this IQRF Summit. So we want to tell you we have similar device. We are working on it, and further we will test it and we will evaluate it. Next milestone would be to develop a pilot series of the sensor device, and we want to do it quite quickly, so we are able to test the device in the field, and we would like to apply it in your pilot project so we can test it and evaluate it. And I believe we will have this pilot series ready in the summer of this year, and then we will start the testing phases and evaluation. And I think when we are ready with this, when we are sure that the device is working fine, we will move on to the full production, and I believe it will happen in third Q of 220, maybe soon, but it depends on the testing. So that's all from my part, so thank you.
Thank you. Are there any questions from the audience? All right, going to you.
Hello, my name is Paul. I'm from the Jablotron company. My question is if you are able to say from your radar if it's people or man or animal, if you are able to recognize, let's say, a bigger animal from child or something like that.
Yeah, thank you for the question. I think in principle, theoretically, this should be possible. Definitely, this depends on the software which will be located, or which is located in the signal processing unit of the radar, which is the part done by a Rollup company. And in principle, this should work, but they are still working on the software, and they are still developing and testing. So I believe this will be possible, but we didn't test it, not yet.
Thanks. There was another question here, right? No. Okay. By the way, unfortunately, Norbert from Rollup cannot be here today because he's in San Francisco. But if you have some question about the radar, like Trygve from Bredingen, they do the distribution of these radars, so he can help you with some answers, right? Trigger, can you stand up so people can recognize you? Thank you. So that's Trigger. All right. Thanks. So, are there any other questions? No. Like, I had quite a stupid question when I saw this, like why it should take like 1.5 years to get to the full production, right? Like I believe that's my, or what's the reason, Martin? Like why did you put it there?
Yeah. You know, Simon, I'm more or less technical guy, so I can see it from the, let's say, I'm always pessimistic, so. I think that there will be a lot of testing and evaluation. The guys from Rollup, they are still working on the software. So I think that this is the worst case scenario, let's say.
All right, fair enough. So I think that now the goal for all of us is actually to really kick off the pilot projects, right? So Peter, do you know already about some places where you would be able to deploy it?
Yes, our office is directly near the road in the PSEC, so we can install this directly from the window and count the cars going both direction. Okay. And it will be very good reference because every day is a very huge traffic about 2 o'clock, so we can compare these days back and see the statistics for this. So okay. This is perfect solution because we do not need any agreement from the city. It's our building.
Okay. Are there any specific municipalities that you want to go to, or is it like a secret, or?
No, it will be in PSEC, and I have also demand from České Budějovice because they want to monitor bike tracks because the bike tracks now they are overloaded by runners and bikes and everything, and so they still have problem with the safety. So they have to monitor this traffic on these bike tracks.
Okay, thanks.
With no cameras, of course.
All right, yeah, that's right. Any question out there? Yeah, there you go.
Hello. Hello, my name is Marek Žanta. I am from the company for EUTech. And my question is, here in the presentation is the information development of own hardware. That means development of own radar unit with IQRF communication, or what is it? Or a radar unit is standard product, and
yeah.
Or how many radar units do you need for recognize of objects?
How many radars?
How many these? Yes.
The first question is that it actually will be a new device because we will buy a standard radar transceiver and we will put some signal processor unit where we can upload the software from Rollup company. So that will be done by us, and we will also integrate the IQRF transceiver module, so we have the wireless connectivity. And how many devices do we need for a measurement? Did I get the question?
For recognizing of object.
So for recognizing of object, you basically need one device. The radar give you the classification, so it can read, it can detect several objects in one moment. It's very, very smart device. Of course, there may be a problem if you would install several radar devices in the near area, so because of the radio interferences. But the guys from a Rollup company, they are working on a special pulsed mode of the radar device. So there will be it will enable to put 2 radar devices in let's say in some area nearby.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks. By the way, a good hint from Hinek that Norbert from RALAB was on the IQRF meetup in London, and his presentation is available online, so you can download it if you want to go in technical detail about the technology, about the radar, and so on. Any other question? No. Lunchtime is here. So thank you very much.